your opening contest set for one fall. Introducing first, the team of the Jet Kevin Knight, Time Splitter Kushida. Together they are the Jet Setters.
Intergalactic Jet Setters, more like supersonic slayers. Blink and you will miss Kushida and Kevin Knight. They move with the precision of an F1 pit stop and the impact of a fast and furious car shape. One of the more decorated junior heavyweight tag teams in Japan, and they want to conquer Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling as well.
Their opponents, they are the team of Blake Christian and QT Marshall.
You know, QT Marshall doesn't have to put on the boots any longer. He's a well-respected executive for All Elite Wrestling, and yet this battle-tested veteran really wants to continue to give back, and he's in fact taken under his wing this youngster, Blake Christian. Was given the pejorative moniker Vanilla Baby. Yeah, the Jack Harlow reference that went viral as a meme, and Blake Christian decided to take ownership of it. And thus far, what I've seen of Blake Christian, he's anything but vanilla.
He is such an accomplished, incredibly athletic pro wrestler. The attitude, though, I could maybe do without that, but I kind of see how he vibes with QT Marshall.
So, tag team action, tailor-made to your satisfaction as we begin the first night of what is a stacked weekend of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, and already QT Marshall endearing himself to this crowd here in Canada. It will be Kevin Knight set to begin things with Marshall. Kevin Knight, Brooklyn-born, but raised in Atlanta, and yeah, he's as cool as a polar bear's toenails for you Outcast fans out there.
You mentioned how decorated the Jet Setters have been. QT Marshall, though, although he's celebrating as if he just did something. But QT Marshall, I mean, he has the years, he has the experience, and he definitely sees something in Blake Christian. He sees that they could become a successful tag team.
Well, we've seen a lot out of the Intergalactic Jet Setters. In fact, Kevin Knight's been a two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion alongside Kushida. And Kushida, he's been a four-time champion. Twice with Alex Shelley as the time splitters, but there's a veteran maneuver by Marshall, and now Marshall employing a side headlock, dropping Knight to one knee.
Well, Knight's trying to free himself. He did it.
Cross. Leapfrog. Beautiful athleticism and agility, and an arm drag that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat would be proud of. Beautiful use of the ring ropes by Kevin Knight. And that was enough for Marshall. He wants to say good night and goodbye, making the tag to Christian, and Christian meanwhile saying, what, are you throwing me to the Lions?
And he got caught right away by the Jet. Kevin Knight wrenching back on that arm drag into the armbar.
Tag is made, and finally our look at Kushida, who has been one of the preeminent junior light heavyweights in the world, has earned the respect of so many fans, as you can hear here in Windsor, Ontario, looking for that basement drop kick. I thought he was going to do an Imanari roll, was also trained in mixed martial arts. Nice roll through there by Christian. Leg sweep by Kushida, quick press. Only at one count, not even.
Whoa.
Irish whip, reversal, sent for the ride is Christian. Big hip toss, cartwheel. Oh, but it's Kushida. Man, these two have done their homework.
Absolutely. Again, Blake Christian, the attitude maybe leaves something to be desired, but he is becoming very quickly one of the preeminent cruiserweights, light heavyweights on the scene.
I got a chance to see him in action last Sunday in Los Angeles at AEW's Revolution pay-per-view, and what a card that was, and a thrill to meet Will Ospreay. And Christian, in many ways, has those kinds of attributes.
Absolutely. He has the athleticism, he has the skill.
And but so does Kushida. Kushida has a one big advantage, experience.
Kushida has experience. He has collected titles all over the world. And oh, wait a second.
A little fish hooking there by Christian. And again, Christian not above, breaking the rules when necessary. Here's a reversal on the Irish whip, and in comes Knight. Now double team from the Intergalactic Jet Setters. Drop toe hold, and a reverse twisting splash by Knight that sends Christian to the apron.
Listen, that standing vertical leap of Kevin Knight, it blows me away every time I see it.
Yeah.
And QT Marshall, he has had enough.
Knight is the highest and the flyest guy in the room as he goes back to the ropes and springboard crossbody on Marshall. Marshall quick to his feet, but the Intergalactic Jet Setters send Marshall unceremoniously out of the ring.
Whoa.
Same for you, Christian. Wow.
I mean, lucky for Blake Christian, someone was there to catch him, but unluckily for QT Marshall, he just got his partner in the face. And now look at this. Kushida and Kevin Knight have developed into such a cohesive tag team.
They hit the ropes like they've got frequent flyer status with Air Canada. It's incredible how much they use the ring to their advantage. And now Blake Christian has been isolated in the center of the ring. Tag is made, and in comes Kushida. Kushida, former WWE NXT Cruiserweight Champion, in fact, once faced Blake Christian in action as a Cruiserweight Champion. And the Jet Setters, well, they continue to set the tone for this one, Veda.
Yeah, they are completely cohesive as a team. They have isolated Blake Christian, who's trying to beg off here.
Yeah, Mark Christian wants to settle things down, and this is a veteran move on the youngster. 28 years of age, trying to buy some time. Kushida, the veteran, he's seen and heard it all. He might be unwinding a Masahiro Tanaka, that overhand right punch named after the great pitcher, not to be confused with Masato Tanaka, the great ECW champion, and that was a Masato Tanaka glove shot.
Oh my gosh.
There it is, the Tanaka. Kushida says, not in my yard, kid.
Now he's dragging Christian.
And he goes to work on the right leg, calf slicer.
Now we haven't seen too much out of Kushida in this vein so far in this match, but he is such a consummate technician.
Well, and by the way, Kushida is now 41 years of age. We still see him do things that men half his age wouldn't attempt.
Yeah, he is able to keep up with the best of them, but he has also become somewhat of a mentor to many in pro wrestling, including,
speaking of mentors, QT Marshall on the receiving end of a wrecking ball drop kick, and then Blake Christian crashing down on Kushida.
Here comes Kevin Knight.
Yeah, but Knight not the legal man. The referee, Emily Parker, but wanting to make sure that Knight goes back into the corner. And so here's a smart move, though, by Christian. Brings Knight into his corner, and now we get to see the cohesion. We get to see if Marshall and Christian have more chemistry than the periodic table or not.
Yeah, now QT wants to be tagged in.
Cover! And Kushida kicks out.
What are they saying here in Windsor? Was that QT sucks, I think I heard? Perhaps?
I think you're right. He's not exactly going to be running for mayor of Windsor anytime soon. Handspring! Oh, missed it. Well, he caught him with just barely with the enziguri and then wipes out Knight. But, man, QT Marshall's still showing that he can be him.
Yeah, a kick like that, it catches you in the temple, it dazes you, and that was enough to get Kushida immobilized and get him into the corner. Blake Christian is back in.
Well, I gotta say, Christian and Marshall teaming up here on Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling for the first time, and boy, it didn't take them long to find the same page.
Yeah, I mean, they have similar attitudes towards pro wrestling, as we can see this now from QT Marshall, choking out Kushida on the ropes.
Now, the page may be full of pictures and not a lot of big words, mind you, but Veda, we've got them on the same page, and you're right. What you're saying, they are here to make sure that they pick up the win by any means necessary, looking to separate the left arm from Kushida's body. Blake Christian now going to work.
Now this is a page out of the playbook of Kushida himself.
Yes. Time splitter, look at, wow. The disrespect.
Christian.
Not acting like one.
Yeah, he's trying to drag Kushida over to the corner, and he made the tag as well. Kushida's trying to free himself.
But here comes Marshall again. Good tag team work here by Marshall and Christian, and Kushida's been hobbled. Kushida with the handspring back elbow, and that wipes out Marshall. But how much did it take out of Kushida? That takes a lot of energy, and remember, he was already compromised, Veda.
He's got to make the tag. Kevin Knight is ready. There it is.
Tag is made. Knight comes in, ducks under the clothesline. Big boot to Marshall, another lariat. Kevin Knight, the Jet, is soaring.
Up and over goes Knight so quick.
Oh, turning Marshall inside out. So much for the Marshall plan.
Here comes Kevin Knight.
Wow. Corner lariat there by Knight, putting the boots and the European uppercut. And Kevin Knight is just, he's a walking energy drink right now.
He is so explosive.
Referee making sure that he gives him a shot.
Oh, no! Blake Christian forced a cannonball.
Yeah, bowling for haulers there, hollering in pain as QT Marshall was on the receiving end of that fireman's carry. Oh, right into the face buster, and there goes Knight with the back press, but only a 2 count. I thought again, it's incredible that QT Marshall, who, you know, like Marvelous Marvin Hagler said, it's hard to get up at 5 in the morning and do 5 miles of road work when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. I mean, QT Marshall is living a life. He doesn't have to do this, but he loves it.
He likes to get in there and prove that he can hang with the best. Yeah.
By Christian.
Blake Christian makes the save.
Go! I've always wanted to do that. Wow, Knight utilizing his hops.
Kevin Knight back into control.
Kushida's been rendered a non-factor as well as Kevin Knight, and boy, he's putting on a show for the crowd here in Windsor.
Here we go.
Side press, hooks a leg, Christian in to make the save, and finally Kushida stirring. Kushida looking to even the turns, drives Christian into the barricade.
With Blake Christian neutralized. Oh, QT was looking for the diamond cutter.
That he took from Diamond Dallas Page, and he bragged that he never thanked him for it. Good God!
QT is trapped in the corner.
And now the intergalactic jet setters about to send QT Marshall. Oh, Blake Christian, referee, I have to say, needs to gain some semblance of order. Oh, wow, Kevin Knight got... Wow. Man, those eggs were scrambled, and if you've seen egg prices lately, that's no yolk, folks. Here's a roll-up by Kushida. Kushida gets a 2.5, and that's it. Incredible action here, and this is just the opening match.
Oh, wait a second, Kushida. Looking for the arm, looking for the hoverboard lock.
Or as he likes to call it now, is a tribute to one of the best ever, Kazushi Sakuraba, the Sakuraba lock. Look at what Kushida's doing to Christian. Now he's got that Sakuraba lock locked in, but Marshall is going to deliver a big boot to the face, breaking the grip.
Tell you what, QT Marshall and Blake Christian, they're pulling it together.
Oh, wow! What? Torpedo! Tope, Cyclone Ramirez, rest in power!
QT cutter denied again.
Oh my goodness, the big hip toss into the cross arm breaker. QT Marshall is in no man's land. There's nowhere to escape. He's in the center of the ring. He can't reach the ropes. But Christian can reach Kushida.
Springboard 450 by Blake Christian, QT.
Oh, and Marshall within an eyelash of pulling up the upset. And let's not forget, by the way, that very much in professional sports, and yes, it is awesome, tomorrow night's main event has already been announced, Beta. It will be the Intergalactic Jet Setters against the Kingdom of Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. And in many ways, this is a trap match for the Intergalactic Jet Setters. But you know what? Pro wrestling is what they do. And if it were up to them, they do it 7 days a week.
They're going to be coming into that match tomorrow ready. Oh, but they might be coming in off a loss.
Oh, like a light. Hey, like a light.
Oh, Christian is down. No, he's not. He's back up. Blake Christian.
Man, comes back. Whoa! Static Spanish fly there, and again, you talk about putting the fly in Spanish fly at Revolution, Will Ospreay, but I would tell these 4 gentlemen to take a bow, but they can't even stand up.
Everyone is down. We know the Jet Setters, they want to go into tomorrow night on a win. QT and Blake Christian looking to spoil that main event. Oh, they're getting back up to their knees.
And you know the Kingdom is scouting this matchup, and it's incredible to see what has transpired in this match. We knew it was going to be hard-hitting, but the edge in tag team cohesion belonged to the Intergalactic Jet Setters, but this upstart tandem of QT Marshall and Blake Christian malfunctioning I was just going to say they were working so well, but there's the cutter by.
I mean, it says
Christian.
a lot about the talent of Blake Christian to be able to turn this around.
Oh, wow, stunning Kevin Knight. He's going all the way to the top turnbuckle. Blake Christian with the 450 roll through. Knight on his feet. The legal men. Oh, right into the electric chair, but on his own partner. Knight. Unbelievable. Mamma mia. Holy shit.
Kevin Knight!
Speaking of which, Kevin Knight is having himself one hell of a night.
But keep your eye on Kushida. He's got Blake Christian trapped. Kevin Knight making the climb.
Perfect timing. The intergalactic jet setters will fly into tomorrow night's main event. Victorious, what a way to kick off night one of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling's Mayhem.
Here are your winners, the Jet Setters!
There's a reason that together they are two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Take a look at how this match ended up. Unbelievable. But in the end, the intergalactic jet setters are headed to tomorrow's main event with a win.
Kushida and Kevin Knight, former two-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, will headline Saturday night's Night 2 of Mayhem against the Kingdom's Matt Taven